Today our topic pre-fertilization events. Pre-fertilization events are the first one gamete formation called gametogenesis. Next gamete transfer, after that fertilization. Gametogenesis, gamete transfer, finally fertilization. These are the three steps in the pre-fertilization events. After fertilization there is a post-fertilization events. Now pre-fertilization events. First one gametogenesis. Gamete formation is called gametogenesis. Okay, I am taking the haploid body, haploid plant. The haploid plant is forming the haploid gametes. Diploid plant is forming the haploid gametes. So gametes are always haploid. Gametes always haploid. Haploid gametes are formed from the haploid plant body like algae, fungi, thallophytes and bryophytes. In thallophytes and bryophytes, plant body is haploid. Their gametes are formed by the mitotic division. Mitotic, it is very clear. Whereas in the diploid plants like pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms, and even in animals also, haploid gametes are formed by the meiotic division. Meiotic. There the diploid spore mother cell, that may be microspore mother cell or megaspore mother cell, undergoes meiotic division to form haploid gametes. So gametes always haploid. There the plant body may be haploid or diploid. If the plant body is haploid, they are formed by the mitotic division. If the plant body is diploid, they are formed by the meiotic division. It is very clear. Now male and female gamete fuse to form diploid zygote. This is general statement. It is very clear. Diploid zygote is forming. It means these gametes are structurally, functionally dissimilar. Generally, male gametes are small in size, female gametes are large in size. Male gamete, female gamete. Female gamete is egg cell. Male gamete may be sperm or antherozoid. So they are small in size, they are bigger in size. So the gametes are structurally, functionally dissimilar. Those gametes are heterogametes. Whereas in some of the algal members, means in thallophytes, the gametes are structurally, functionally similar. Those gametes are called isogametes. That sexual reproduction is called isogamy. Isogametes are homogametes. That sexual reproduction is called isogamy. That is seen in some of the algal members. Now we are going to sexuality in organisms. Sexuality. If only stamen is present, only stamen, that flower is called male flower. If only gynoecium is present, that flower is called, that is male flower. This is female flower. If only stamen, staminate. Whereas only carpel is present or gynoecium is present, that is called pistillate. So this is the male flower, this is the female flower. If only male flower is present, that plant is male plant. If only female flower is present, that plant is female plant. Okay, it means there is a clear cut. For example, you take date palm or you take papaya plants. In the papaya plant there is a clarity. One plant is male, one plant is female. It means which containing only staminate flowers, which containing only pistillate flowers. Dioecious plants, male and female flowers are present on the different plants. Dioecious, it is clear. So dioecious, example papaya and date palm. Monoecious, what is the meaning of monoecious? If male and female flowers present on the same plant, male and female flowers present on the same plant, one branch, here one branch, like that. That is monoecious. Example cucurbita and coconut. So if male and female flowers present on the different plants of the same species is called dioecious, example papaya and date palm. Whereas monoecious means male and female flowers present on the same plant. So plant is bisexual, flowers are unisexual. Okay, clear? Example cucurbita and coconut. Whereas when you go to Thallophytes, some of the fungi. That species are called as homothallic and heterothallic. It means in thallophytes there is no male and female flowers. There is no special reproductive organs. For example, you take in fungi, here fungi containing the that is plant body is called mycelium. Mycelium consisting the hyphae. If one hyphae containing only plus nuclei, another hyphae containing only minus nuclei, that species is called heterothallic species. One is plus mycelium, another one is minus mycelium. That species, heterothallic species. Whereas there is no differentiation like plus and minus, that is called homothallic. So in thallophytes we are calling as homothallic and heterothallic. In advanced, that is monoecious and dioecious. Monoecious example cucurbita and coconut, and dioecious example papaya, date palm. Okay, clear. Then when you go to in animals point of view, we have to discuss. Actually, for sexual reproduction, male and female reproductive organs are required, male and female gametes are required. But here important point here, earthworm, sponge, tapeworm and leech, these organisms, male and reproductive organs are present in the same organism. So same. So one part act as male, another part act as female. So reproductive organs are present. Male and female reproductive organs are present in the same structure, in the same organism. So hence they are called bisexual or hermaphrodites. They are bisexual. Both male and female reproductive organs are present in the males. Example, earthworm, sponge, tapeworm, leech. Whereas in cockroach there is a clarity, male or female, like that.
So the next step is gamete transfer. After formation of the gametes should transfer. Remember, generally female gamete is non-motile. Female gamete is stationary. What is the female gamete? Egg. Male gamete, that may be antherozoid or sperms, either motile or non-motile. But female gamete is always non-motile. But there is exceptional case. Some of the algal members, you take Spirogyra, two gametes are motile. So suppose you take this is the Spirogyra, this is the Spirogyra filament, this is another Spirogyra filament. Here male and female gamete fuse in the conjugation tube. First conjugation tube forms. So the male and female gamete fuse in the conjugation tube. So two gametes are motile. That is exceptional case. But generally female gamete is non-motile, male gametes motile or non-motile. Suppose you take bryophytes and pteridophytes and some of the algal members, there the male gamete swims in the water and reaches to the archegonia. Okay. But in seed plants, gymnosperms and angiosperms, male gametes are carrying through pollen grain. You know, egg cell is present in the ovule. And we have to discuss about the self-fertilizing plants, example P, cross-fertilizing plants. Actually, in Fabaceae family members, cross-pollination also takes place. Not only exclusively self-pollination and self-fertilization, their cross-pollination also present. Cross-fertilization also takes place. Actually, their bisexual flowers are present. So the stamens are producing the pollen grains. Those pollen grains fall on the stigma of the same flower. Whereas in the cross-pollinated plant, you take the stigma, and you take this the stigma and this one is the stamen. The stamen releasing the pollen grains. So transfer of the pollen grains from stamen of the one flower to stigma of another flower. That pollination is called cross-pollination. So for cross-pollination, now agents are involving. Sometimes water may be the agent, sometimes air is the agent, sometimes birds are the agent, sometimes bats are the agent, sometimes animals are the agent. We will discuss that one. But finally, the pollen grain falls on the stigma. There, the pollen grain forms a pollen tube. So the pollen tube carrying the male gamete. So finally, these male gamete fused with the egg cell. We will discuss that.
So the next step is fertilization. Fertilization is also called syngamy. Syngamy means male and female gametes fuse to form diploid zygote. That is clear. But some exceptional cases are there, like rotifers, honeybees, lizards, Turkey. There the female gamete directly developed into organisms without fertilization. That process is called parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis. Very, very important. Parthenogenesis. Without fertilization, female gamete is developed into organism. Okay, that is clear. But in some of the algal members, fishes, amphibians, here fertilizations you should observe external fertilization is there, internal fertilization is there. So for example, you take some of the algal members, fishes, amphibians, fertilization takes place in the external medium. Hence this fertilization is called external fertilization. When external fertilization is there, definitely zygote forms externally, embryo forms externally. But internal fertilization takes place there. What is the question? Look at here. Wait. When external fertilization is there, definitely zygote is also takes place. Zygote formation takes place in the externally, and embryo development is also takes place in externally. But what about internal fertilization? There is a clarity. Look at here. So in higher animals, reptiles, birds, mammals, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms, their internal fertilization. So there the fertilization takes place in the female organism. This is internal fertilization. So after fertilization, post-fertilization events. External fertilization is there. Yes, zygote developed externally into the embryo. So that is okay. What about some of the algal and fungal members, thallophytes? Then in thallophytes, zygote undergoes meiosis. So when the zygote undergoes meiosis, meiospores are formed. But before meiospore formation, the zygote secretes a wall around it to form a resting spore. That spore is called zygospore. Later on, the zygospore undergoes meiotic division to form haploid spores. They are called meiospores. This is the meiocyte. This is the meiospore. Okay. So generally in mammals, the zygote developed into embryo. That's okay. Undergoing mitotic division to form embryo. Bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms are embryophytes. First embryophytes are bryophytes. That's okay. Embryogenesis, embryo development. So zygote developed into embryo by cell division. When the cell division takes place, zygote developed into embryo. It means many cells are there. After many cells of formation, cell differentiation takes place. Cell differentiation means tissue formation. So that process we can observe. In animals, two types of animals are there: oviparous and viviparous. Oviparous example, reptiles and birds. These reptiles and birds lays the eggs outside. These eggs are surrounded by calcium shell. You know, after incubation, these egg cells slowly young ones can hatch out. Whereas viviparous, that zygote developed into embryo, that embryo formation, everything takes place inside the female organism. So that is the difference between oviparous and viviparous. Whereas in plants, you go to in plants, what is the specialty? Especially in pteridophytes and gymnosperms and angiosperms, especially in seed plants. You take, yes, this is calyx, fall off, corolla, fall off, androecium, fall off, and the gynoecium, stigma fall off, style fall off, only ovary can survive. But in some of the plants, calyx is persistent, like brinjal. Calyx is persistent. Okay, generally calyx fall off, corolla fall off, androecium fall off, stigma, style, everything fall off. After fertilization, ovary developed into fruit. ovary developed into fruit, ovules are developed into seeds. In detail we will discuss now. Thank you to all.